Hare Krishna. So again, I'm reading from Spirit Matters, which is a collection of stories that were published by the Hindustan Times, probably the second largest newspaper in all of India. This one is called, they made the title, Forgiveness, Nonviolence, Forgiveness, Nonviolence Are Not Enough, published on the 11th of May 2002 issue of Hindustan Times. Forgiveness, this is the article, forgiveness, shama or sometimes shanti, and nonviolence, ahimsa, long associated with Gandhi, are core values. There are many instances in history where saintly persons, even though provoked, did not succumb to anger or violence. It is recorded in Vedic literature that when Daksha, presiding over a sacrifice, first ignored Shivaji, the great god, did not retaliate. Shiva did not retaliate, although he was fully capable of doing so. This was an exhibition of great forbearance. Lord Buddha is said to have totally rejected Vedic knowledge, almost itself an act of violence, in order to make his teachings of nonviolence stick. In his rendering of Bhagavat Purana, or the Srimad Bhagavatam, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami writes, "Forgiveness is a quality of those who are advancing in spiritual knowledge." This may be considered the Vedic version of the maxim attributed to Alexander Pope, quote, "To err is human, to forgive divine," end quote. However, according to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 types of dangerous aggressors. 1, a poison giver. 2, one who sets fire to the house. 3, one who attacks with deadly weapons. 4, one who plunders wealth. 5, one who occupies another's land. And 6, one who kidnaps a wife. And such persons may be killed with no sin accruing to the executioner. Laws of self-defense allow violence in many of these circumstances. Further, the Manu Samhita supports capital punishment, so that in the next life murderers will not have to suffer for their great sins. Although the passive resistance tactics of Gandhi laid the groundwork, it was more the militant campaign led by Subhash Chandra Bose and the Indian National Army that ultimately gained independence for India. The protection of citizens' lives and property is a governmental necessity, and this involves violence on many occasions. Yet, it is a law of Manu that one who identifies the doer of heinous acts receives the same karmic punishment as the perpetrator. From the Bhagavat Purana, we read of Maharaj Parikshit saying, "O you, who are in the form of a bull, you know the truth of religion, and you are speaking according to the principle that the destination intended for the perpetrator of irreligious acts is also intended for one who identifies the perpetrator. You are no other than the personality of religion." This reminds us that the finer intricacies of religious codes do require forgiveness. But to act as a saint when we are not one is ill-advised. So, violence, often thought to be decisively un-Hindu, is sometimes necessary for the protection of our lives, for personal karma, and for a world where core values can be established and maintained for the good of all. Hare Krishna.